Done.
Okay. Hare Krishna to all of you. Hope you are having a good time. How was your this week? Mine was quite good. Uh, I'm in a temple set up over here, home temple, and I have to worship Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadrani, and Gaurnitai every day at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. I do the first, I serve the Lord with prasad bhog and nuts and fruits, nuts and dry fruits, and milk and water. And then at 6 o'clock, we do Gaurarati. And then by 7 o'clock, I put them to sleep. So it's a very good, uh, very duty bound life. So I like it. Um, and when all of you also come of age later on in your life, you should try to practice it. That way you'll get a lot of satisfaction. And that way you can stay away from all the other mundane activities. So now, whatever you are doing, do it very nicely. And then a time will come when you can retire from all that and then take up sadhana bhakti very seriously. Uh, there is a lot of mental satisfaction, and it's a very regulated life, so it helps. The last part of your life, it will really help you instead of just uh, taking care of family day after day after day, and then suddenly one day you are not there anymore. So, after some part of your life, you should give it up and then just do total sadhana bhakti. So, that is my experience. So, I just wanted to share that with you. Haribol. So, today is my third class. Uh, Previously, I've given two other classes. So over here it is 2nd of August, and for you it is 3rd of August in India. Uh, right now, our time is 9:40, and uh, it's late in the night. So I'll start off with the pranam mantra. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadachi Swapadantikam. Vande Aham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatha Vritam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Sadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vritam Tamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिय वंशा कल्पतरुए वश कृपा सिन्धुएव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमो नमो। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते जय पताका स्वामी इति नामिने आचार्य पाद पदाय निताय कृपा पदाय ने गौर कथा धामोदय नगर ग्राम तारिणे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भागवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। हरि ओम तत्सत। मुखं करोति वाचलं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम। Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. So we have talked, now we are in the second chapter. Second chapter was started last Wednesday, and this we are still continuing Canto 1, Chapter 2. So the point of discussion today is overcoming obstacles on the path to purified consciousness. How we can overcome obstacles that come in our way so that we can do Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotion. Because if we are having problems along the way of our pure devotion, then a lot of times what happens is that we get distracted and we get to a certain point of destruction, uh, that we give it up sometimes. Or then we give it up and take it back or start again after quite some time. So, according to time, place, circumstance, if that happens, that you are disturbed and you can't proceed on with your devotional life, it's okay. But just don't get totally distracted that you give it up completely. No, don't be in that kind of a situation. Always protect your spirituality the best way you can. You know, it is said, um, uh, I'm forgetting the slok. Api cheta durachara, api cheta durachara, bhajati mam ananya bhag. Sadhu eva sa mantavya vyavasita hi sarva. So that means that for some reason, some problems must have come up and you are unable to practice your devotion or your sadhana. But that is no problem. It's that is also pardoned. That is also that the nobody can hold you against it. Okay, because if you are unable to proceed on with your devotion, then you're still considered a sadhu. Bhajati Mam Ananya Bhak. To whatever point you have done, your devotional life has taken you to whatever limit. From there again you can start. So never felt discouraged. I know that there are so many times that you are in a family where you are not able to do sadhana properly because others don't like to do what you like. So to just go along with them, you have to maybe stop for a little while. So it is very important that we don't lose it completely, but we should try and start wherever we have stopped once again when things become kind of normal, you know, become okay. So we are taking over here the point of um, overcoming obstacles on the path to purified consciousness. You can find uh, this discussion in Srimad Bhagavatam from the 17th chapter to the 21st chapter. So if you have the book, you can read those 4 or 5 uh, verses, and then you can get an idea how to overcome those obstacles. So I'm going to read a part that my Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, all glories to Jayapataka Guru Maharaj. I'm going to read in one of the classes, he had talked about it like this: overcoming obstacles on the path to purified consciousness. We can cross over the obstacles by the mercy of Guru Gauranga, Guru and Gauranga. We can cross over the obstacles by the mercy of Guru and Gauranga. Obstacles are little um, tests. Guru Maharaj is saying that obstacles are little tests so that we can strengthen ourselves by taking the test. So, before your finals, you are in your school or college, you're given some small tests or different subjects. Now, if you do well in those tests, then in the finals, you will definitely do well. So why they give you those tests? Those tests are to see that you know the subject or not properly. You might know most of it, but then there are certain places where you're kind of weak. So if you take those tests and you find out where you are weak, where is your weakness, then you can revise them or go back to your notes or classes, and then you can figure out what are those problems. And once you overcome those problems, you're now in a good situation where you can do well in your exams. So likewise, we have in our daily life, it's not going to be a easy going life all the time, okay? It cannot be, it's impossible, because this is material world. Everything is temporary. So today you might have a uh, good thing going today. Tomorrow you might have a bad thing going. So nothing is sure in this material world. But in the spiritual world, everything, every day, all the time, 24/7, you're with Krishna and nothing goes wrong. Because you have passed all the tests over here, and after passing all the tests, you have elevated yourself to the spiritual world where everything is running very smoothly. Over here, there are many bumps to overcome. There are many mountains to overcome. There are many hills to overcome. There are many problems to overcome. There are many obstacles to overcome. And once you are able to cross over, then it's a easy life in the spiritual world. So you have to hold on to it and try your best. So Guru Maharaj says over here, obstacles are little tests so that we can strengthen ourselves by taking the test. Very quickly, you can achieve Krishna's lotus feet by passing these tests. See, once you pass these test obstacles, you know, ahutuki apratihata, that is said. Apratihata means impediments. There will be a lot of problems coming, and then you will get the kripa of the Supreme Lord. Ahutuki, causeless mercy, will come your way. You know, so it says over here that very quickly you can achieve Krishna's lotus feet by passing these tests. Obstacles will always come, but we have to surrender to Krishna and cross over these obstacles. So the key factor is that you have to surrender to Krishna. Unless and until you surrender to Krishna, you will not be able to cross over the obstacles. Like in your school and college, you know, you will have, if you are not doing your studies properly, then how can you overcome the test? If you do your studies regularly, systematically, then you will do well in your test. Similarly, if we have, it's not a great similarity, okay? One is mundane similarity, one is mundane, and the other one is spiritual. But we always like to give examples, so it's not the best of example, but still, it you should understand what we are trying to discuss. So obstacles will always come, but we have to surrender to Krishna and cross over these obstacles. Actually, there is a slok in Srimad Bhagavatam which says, Akama sarva kama bha, moksha kama udarati, tibrena bhakti yogena, ye jatha mam purusham param. So it's a very, very important slok from Srimad Bhagavatam. And I wish I had written down the number of this slok or the canto and verse chapter. But you can look it up, or you can ask one of the senior devotees in the your temple, and they might be able to help you. Akama sarva kama va. That's the first line. Akama sarva kama va. And that way you can find out. Okay. Actually, there is a slok in Srimad Bhagavatam which says, Akama sarva kama bha moksha kama udarati tibrena bhakti yogena je jatha purusham param. Just as the water, no, river water, flows to the ocean and nothing can stop the water. When there is a deluge, nobody can stop the water. If there is a flood, can anybody stop the water? No. You can put millions of sandbags, but still the water will overflow. So you have to keep in mind, just as the river water flows to the ocean and nothing can stop it. You can probably stop it. You can stop it. Just one second, please.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, आपकी आवाज नहीं
Yeah, is it okay now? Hello?
हाँ 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 प्रभु जी, आवाज आ रही है।
Okay, okay. नहीं, हम तो हमारा एक फोन आ गया था, important phone call. So thank you very much. So just as the water flows to the ocean and nothing can stop the water, water somehow reaches the ocean. Similarly, the pure devotion of the devotee reaches to Krishna and nothing can stop it. Maybe it is an obstacle to enjoy sense gratification. Those obstacles come up, you know, many times. Now, there is a very important hidden meaning that Guru Maharaj has not elaborated, but we have to understand over here. You know, there is a thing, there is a sloka. Later on, I'll share that with you. It says that when we desire something, now listen to this very carefully. When we desire for something, then what happens? And if we don't get that, then lust arises. The desire to get that becomes so strong that we get angry. And from anger, it leads to other problems. And then finally, we reach to a point where we lose our mind. So many times, the obstacles are very related to your sense gratification. So you have to be very careful what type of obstacle that you are trying to get over. Is it spiritual obstacle? Is it material obstacle? You know, so that is what you have to. You want a nice watch, and you're seeing a lot of people are wearing good watches, and you can't get it. I want to get a good watch. But every time you plan to get a good watch, something else comes up and you can't have the money to go and buy it. You know, I'm not talking about ordinary watch. I'm talking about an expensive watch. So rich people have a lot of desires. And the desire for them is to get something. And once they don't get it, they get angry. First, the anger arises from lust. And from lust, you become angry. And from anger, you get disillusion. And then illusion, you know. And then from that, you become, your mind, you get bewildered. And from bewildered meant you lose your intelligence. মতি ভ্রম হয়ে যায় যাকে বলে, আমার মতি ভ্রম হয়ে যায়। একটা জিনিস আমরা যখন চাইছি আর সেটা যদি আমরা না পাই, তখন আমাদের মধ্যে রাগ ওঠে, রাগ এসে যায়। রাগের থেকে আমাদের আস্তে আস্তে মতিভ্রম হয়ে যায়। We lose our intelligence and then we fall down. প্রায় বলতে গেলে পাগল হয়ে যায় এক একজন। তো এখন সেই অবস্টেকল কে তুমি এখন কিভাবে, how you can overcome that kind of obstacle is up to you. Now you might talk about spiritual obstacle. Spiritual obstacle is I want to go every morning at 4 o'clock to the temple for Mangalarati. But I don't have a way to go there. Now that obstacle is very different from not getting the watch that you want to. So you have to find out what type of obstacle it is. You are not able to get that you're going to the temple at 4 o'clock in the morning, you're not going to lose your mind, okay? Or you're not going to have a major fall down, because that is the obstacle that you can easily overcome, because in due course you can get up at 4 o'clock in the morning at your own home, and you can have a photo or a murti of Gopal Murti or Radha Krishna Murti or Gaur Nitai at home. You get up in the morning, you offer some flower, fruit, or some water. Then you'll see it's just like going to the temple. Now you can't lose your mind, or become less intelligent by not overcoming that obstacle. But a material obstacle can really drive you to total madness. So that is one of the important thing, that you have to understand what kind of obstacle it is. So sense gratification obstacle is totally different. So the supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self. So there is a slok over here, Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.6. In the second chapter, Canto 1, second chapter, sixth verse. Sabhai pumsam paro dharma yatha bhakti adhokshaja ahutuki apratihata yaya atma suprasiddhita. So that is the verse that I was mentioning earlier. Ahutuki apratihata. Now the direct translation of that is the supreme occupation, which is what? Our dharma. Supreme occupation for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendental Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted. Now, there can be interruptions, there can be obstacles, but we have to see how we can overcome the obstacles. Because the obstacles are, this spiritual obstacle is not going to, is not purified, it is unpurified. You know, the path to purified consciousness. What is the subject we are talking about? Overcoming obstacles on the path to purified consciousness. We are not talking about unpurified consciousness. Unpurified consciousness is on the material plane, and purified consciousness is on the spiritual plane. So, in our spiritual platform, if we get some obstacles, then we have to see how to overcome those. Similarly, in your material also, you have to overcome those, but you have to see whether it is obstacle, sense gratification obstacle, or what kind of obstacle. Like a lot of times student, what do? They are having problem understanding the class material. So what do? That's an obstacle, right? You all agree that that's an obstacle. I'm not understanding what the teacher is teaching in class or the book is saying. I'm not able to understand it. So what do? We get some tuition. And what will the tuition do? Will help me overcome that obstacle. So that is a material obstacle. And like I said, that not coming to the 4 o'clock Mangal Arati in the temple, that obstacle will come if you are going to do sadhu sangha. You talk to some people in the morning. Somebody might be coming in a bike, motorbike, for Mangal Arati from some distance. You might want to hook up with him and say that, hey, can you give me a ride in the morning? Now that is taking care of your spiritual obstacle. So you want to jump on his bike and come over there. You've overcome the obstacle. Now you have to keep in mind that he's bringing you every day to the temple, so you need to share some money with him for the petrol. Just don't take the advantage and come to the temple and not help him also in any way. He's coming to your place, picking you up and taking you to temple. So that might become an obstacle for him. So how can you mitigate that obstacle? Is by giving him some Lakshmi. If you give him some Lakshmi, he'll get the encouragement to come and pick you up. Oh, he's helping me with the petrol. Uh, Let me take him every day. So we have to be very careful how it is not only taking care of our obstacles as a proper Vaishnav and Vaishnav etiquette, we should see that other people's obstacles are also taken care of. So it is a bodhantascha parasparam. So matchitta madgata prana bodhantascha parasparam. So parasparam, that word parasparam means we have to help each other. And that is a real good quality of a Vaishnava. Okay. So over here, yaya bhakti, yatha bhakti, sabhai pumsham paro dharma, yatha bhakti adhokshaja. Adhokshaja is what? Another name for Lord Krishna. You will read adhokshaja many places. Sabhai pumsham paro dharma, yatha bhakti adhokshaja, ahutuki apratihata, yaya atma suprasiddhati. So many obstacles may come, but we have to overcome them to stay focused in our spiritual endeavor. Some obstacle might come so hard that you might have to stop your sadhana. It's okay. It's okay for the time being. Time, place, circumstance. Stan kal patra. You have to understand. Situation is so bad that I can't do my spiritual activity now. Like, for instance, you go to the army. It is difficult because you have to go get up in the morning, go do this activity, that activity. Maybe if you're a pilot in the Air Force, you have to go start practicing all the flights. If you're in the army, you have to go do activities with the machines or with the guns. If you're in the Navy, you have to go to your ship and start doing something, and you can't do your sadhana bhakti at that time. Maybe you might be able to do a few rounds of chanting if that also allows you to do it. So, time, place, circumstance, you can't do it. You can't do it. So, for what? Are you going to give up your life for that? No. It's an obstacle that you have to intelligently understand and you have to work it out. But now, if you are at home and If you have lots of time, then you have to know how you can overcome some of the problems that you're having, maybe at work or maybe in school or college or what, family life, that you have to find out how to overcome. But if you're in a situation where you don't have any way to overcome those, then it's okay. Let it rest. When you come back, when you are retired, or when a whatever situation you are in a better situation, you start from there. So the Lord is not going to get all worked up, okay? Like I said, api cheta durachara, api cheta durachara. Durachara means what? The Supreme Lord gives uh, help or overlooks somebody who is a durachari. He's not following the rules. He's not following the achar. He's a durachar. So, bhajati mam ananya bhag. He has done some devotion before. And because of some problems, he's not able to. Sadhu eva samantavya. You're still considered a sadhu. So, we just have to keep our mind focused on the Supreme Lord mentally all the time. If you just understand how you should uh, be devoted to the Supreme Lord, then He'll give you the knowledge. Tesam satata yuktanam bhajati priti purvakam. You can't do bhajana like, you can't be doing chanting, or you can't be doing deity worship. But Tesam satata yuktanam bhajati. Mentally also, if you just remember Krishna, dadami buddhi yogantam. He'll give you the knowledge. Don't be super hard on yourself. ना हमको ये करना ही है. No, करना ही है, করতে হবেই, তো স্থান কাল পাত্র বুঝে করতে হবে. এখন যদি তোমার না হচ্ছে, তো তুমি তোমার মাথার চুল ছিঁড়ে ফেলার কোনো দরকার নেই. অমনি কিছু ওই অবস্থায় যেতে হবে না. ভক্তি করো যেভাবে তুমি পারো. অল্প ভক্তি করো, স্বল্পম হি ইয়াচ্ছা ধর্মাচ্য ত্রায়তে মহত ভয়. So we have to try our best, however we can do it. It's an obstacle. Try to understand how grave is the obstacle and how you can overcome the obstacle. Slowly, slowly, you'll find a way. Supreme Lord will give you Dadami Buddhi Yogantam. He'll give you the knowledge, spiritual knowledge. Then we come across another very good verse over here, and it's 1:2:17. Canto 1, chapter number 2, 17th verse. Srimantam Swakatha Krishnaya Punna Sravana Kirtana Hridaya Antastito Hi Avadrani Vidnoti Shruti Satam. Surit Satam. Sorry. Srimantam Swakatha Krishna. What is that? Hearing Krishna Katha. Now that is something that you should try to practice. You're in school, college, you're at work, you at least on a Thursday, as far as our Sunday, our temple is concerned, Kalyani temple. On Thursdays, at least go visit in the evening. If not for the whole 3-4 hours, just go for 1 hour. When there is Krishna Katha going on or Kirtan going on, just go over there and then you go back home. If you're able to spend 3 hours, then you can have your prasadam and immediately go home. If you don't have time for that, at least hear the class. And now what they are doing, they're posting all the classes. You can hear it also. You can hear it live. You don't have to come to temple. Like right now, there are people who are sitting at home and hearing it. That's the benefit of Zoom class. So hear some classes once in a while. If you're restricted at home, then at least you have a phone, put your headphone and listen to the class. Nobody is going to get bothered. Nobody is hearing it, that they'll start shouting at you. So, Stan Kal Patra, Avostha Buje Vyavastha. So it says, Srimantam Swa Katha Krishna Punya Savana Kirtana. And then what happened? Hridaya Antasthita Hi Avadrani. If you these from hearing those classes or going to hear those classes, what happens? All the sinful acts, all the problems, all the obstacles in you will be overcome. You will be able to overcome them. It says, Hridaya antasthito hi avadrani. Avadrani means all the anarthas will dissipate, will disappear slowly, slowly. So that is one of the things that you can do is hear the classes. Hear Prabhupada's class. You're going somewhere by train, put on your headphones, listen to a Prabhupada class. He'll give you the best information that you can ever get in your whole life. What to talk about today or tomorrow. Your whole life will get changed. If you just hear when you're going in train or you're going in auto, if it is some distance, then you can hear his class or hear somebody's class, some elevated devotee or your Guru Maharaj's class. So those are important things. So when properly hear, it says over here, when properly hear and speak Krishna Katha, it removes all the contamination from your heart, from our heart, and makes us truthful and less desiring materially. Then we'll hanker less for material objects. Hearing Krishna Katha regularly and gradually, all disturbing elements are eliminated from the mind. You understand that? All the, bad qualities or the bad habits or the bad information that you get is going to be dissipated. It'll be removed if you hear Krishna Katha. That is the power of Krishna Katha, the power of chanting. You're chanting, you're hearing, your heart is hearing, it's going through your ears, the sound vibration, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. If the sound is coming out of your mouth, the sound is coming out of your mouth and it's being vibrated all over. And then what happens? It also goes through our ears and goes straight to the heart. And where Govinda Vishram করছে সেখানে গোবিন্দ শুনতে পাচ্ছে তুমি হরে কৃষ্ণ চ্যান্ট করছো। আর গোবিন্দ যদি শুনতে পারে তোমার হরে কৃষ্ণ নাম, তাহলে সেও খুশি, তুমিও খুশি। তো এই জিনিসগুলো আমাদের কি বলে সাইন্টিফিক্যালি অ্যানালাইজ করতে হবে। We have to analyze it. This whole Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, whole Krishna consciousness is pure science. It's all to do with science. So it is very important to practice. If you are into it, okay? Now, if you are halfway into it, do it halfway. If you are fully into it, do it fully. If you're not into it, no problem, don't do it. Some other time, some other life, it might happen. But if you are doing it now, then do it. If you cannot do it properly, do it little bit at least. Spiritual endeavor, as they say. Then what happens? The next verse is equally important, which is 1 to 18. Canto 1, chapter 2, 18th verse. That we say it all the time before we start reading from Bhagavatam. That is one of our prayers. Nashtra prayasho avadreshu. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. You can't do it Nityam, no problem. Do it sometime. Once a week, twice a week, once a month. But do it if you are into it, if you are into Krishna consciousness. If you're not into Krishna consciousness, okay. But if you're halfway into Krishna consciousness, that's okay too. So whatever is making you feel good, that feel good factor is very important. Now, what might make you feel good is probably not good for me or some Krishna devotee. Now, what may be good for me or a Krishna devotee might not be good for you. So we don't have to get into any argument or any problem because God has created you, God has created me, and He takes care of everybody. But if I like to go and do seva to Krishna or to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or to other devotees, then that is my way of looking at things. So I want to do Nashta Prayashu Avadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke. Keep in mind, this Uttam Slok is very important because it's another name for Krishna. Uttam Shloke. He's Vedai Aham Vedaisha. So I am all the Vedas. Amongst the Vedas, I am all of them. So it says over here, Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhagavati Naishtaki. So the next verse is equally important. The regular attendance in class on the Bhagavatam and by rendering of service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed. A lot of the things are very problematic, are troublesome. Now, all those things, if you do Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Bhagavati Uttam Shloke, Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki, it will be eradicated. So troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, songs is established as an irrevocable fact. Adhyaya. Regularly reading the scriptures is very important in our spiritual life. And this will directly or indirectly help us to overcome obstacles and help make us more steady in our daily life. Try it. If you're not into it, try it for 1 year and see what changes you can acquire. Try it. Give it time for 1 year. We do so many things. We go to practice cricket for maybe a few years, and then we might either become a good player or not such good player. Likewise, in this thing, in spiritual life, try to do as good as you can. Okay, so then obstacles and help make us more steady in our daily life. Very important point to keep in mind is that there are two types of Bhagavatam. One is a book Bhagavatam and the other one is a devotee Bhagavatam. So both are same. Now those are a little bit difficult topics to explain and understand right now. We don't have that much time. So I will leave it at that. And we can discuss maybe at some other point and when we have more time. So we have to understand about these three modes of material nature. There are again three types of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So you can take care of all these problems that we have. You're in the mode of goodness or satagun, rajagun, tamagun. Those are also very important and difficult things to discuss in this 1 hour. So we leave it at that also. As far as obstacles are concerned, we need to understand whether it's material or spiritual. And likewise, you can take care of the obstacles. Okay? So we have to understand about the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Passion and ignorance towards life is general, will always slow us down in overcoming material obstacles. Whereas in the mode of goodness, will help overcome the obstacles easily. It's all about sense gratification. Mode of goodness will always elevate us spiritually. As they say, you do good, you will get good. You do bad, Jemni karma temni fall. You'll get the result like that. So if you're in the mode of ignorance, you'll be ignorant. If you're in mode of passion, আমার এই চাই ওই চাই সেই চাই, I have to get everything. Okay, then that's going to be like that. You'll have problems. But in the mode of goodness, you help others, help yourself, go to the temple, be with the other sadhus, be with the other devotees, and you'll have less obstacles. It's quite understood. It's an understood fact. The better you do in your class, you'll get better result. You go bunk class, you don't do your studies properly, you'll fail and you'll be ignorant. So just always try to analyze things. It's all, like I said, it's all scientific. And the most important thing is that slok which comes to my mind is Udharat, Udharat Atma Atmananam, Na Atmanam Avashadayat. Atma eva hi Atma na bandhu. Atma eva ripu Atmana. What it boils down to is that make your mind. Your mind is playing game 24/7 with you. Okay? Because mind is so chanchal. It's so fickle-minded, the mind, that it doesn't let you do good things. And because Maya is always there to push the mind to do bad things. So if you are going to become somewhat spiritual, go to the temple, read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, be with other people, and at the same time, do your work, material work. Just balance it out. Then you'll see your mind is going to slowly become your friend. Atma eva hi atmana bandhu. Make your mind your friend and don't make your mind your enemy. You must understand that. How to make my mind a friend? Because mind can help you and mind can destroy you. One must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. Avashadayat. Na atmana avashad. Don't let your mind degrade you. The mind will push you down to such hellish limits that you cannot imagine. So, what is our duty? Our duty is to elevate the mind. Param drishta nivartate. And then some siddhi haritoshanam. Krishna will be happy, you will be happy. Try to see how you can make your Atma and Paramatma happy. Your Cheta Guru. That is your Guru inside your heart. The mind is the friend of all conditioned soul and his enemy as well. The word Atma denotes body, mind, and soul, depending upon different circumstances. So, if we make our mind our friend and not an enemy, then we will face less obstacles. See that? If you make your mind your friend, you'll face less obstacles. If you make your mind ignorant, you make your mind passionable, you had it. It's going to drag you down. Adanta, Goviram, Visham, uh, then Puna, Punas, Charvita, Charvataram. You'll keep chewing the chew. It'll take you to such degraded life, your mind, that you'll be amazed. Your mind can make you your enemy right away, or you'll be inimical to all other people, everything around you. So if your mind is your friend, everything will float around or go around, or things will go the proper way. You'll have less obstacles. So we see Bhagavad Gita 10.11. Tesam eva anukampam aham ajnana jam tamo nashyami atma bhavasto jnana dipena bhashyati. The Supreme Lord is so compassionate. Only if you give it a little time and little interest, then you'll see the the knowledge light, the knowledge light in your heart will start glowing, and it will start shining to show them special mercy. uh, who? The fallen souls. I dwell in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. He takes care of that darkness and he brings in light in your heart. So if we try to get out of ignorance early in life, then we will have less obstacles in life, or else overcome them easily. Okay. Now, I have spoken so much about this overcoming obstacles, and I got carried away. I am unable to discuss about demigod worship today, which was my second point. But what I just want to touch one small point about demigod. Maybe in my next class, when I start it, I will finish the demigod portion and discuss that with you. Now, one of the things about demigod is that you must understand, and I say you must, because if you don't understand this basic thing about demigods, you'll always be roaming around. You will be bewildered and you will not understand Krishna consciousness. You got to understand that Krishna is the supreme being. Okay? Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Etacham Sakala Pumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. He is the supreme Lord. Uh, It says over it says, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachitananda Vigraha. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Who is saying? Lord Brahma is saying. Try to understand that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. It says, Eta Cham Sakala Pumcham Krishna Stu Bhagwan Swayam. It says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo, Ishvara Sarva Bhuteshu. Yeah, all the time you must understand that Sri Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. Nobody can be Lord Krishna. He's got the extra 4 qualities that nobody has. Okay, we'll discuss about that in the next class. Only thing I just want to tell you that all the demigods are Krishna's assistant. Okay, Krishna is the supreme. Like you go to a bank, there's a bank manager, and all the teller, the accountant, the cashier, they are all under the bank manager. Likewise, in a government office, you go, there is a chief minister in our Calcutta office, and underneath there is education minister, finance minister, there is water department, the electric department. So they are all assistant. You must understand this. Don't get deviated from this thought process. If you don't water the root, जथा तरोड़ो नाश चैनेन तृप्यम skanda bhuja upasakha. If you are not going to water the root, then and water the leaves and all those things, it will be useless, waste of time. Shrameva hi kevalam. You're going to waste your time. So you're going to go do Shiv Puja, Kali Puja, Durga Puja, Saraswati Puja. You'll end up with nothing in your hand. But if you do Krishna Puja, you are serving all of them. Try to understand these very, very seriously. Durga Puja is coming up in a few more months. You'll just go crazy. Kali Puja is going to come on. You'll go crazy. Saraswati Puja is going to come. Ganesh Puja is going to come. It's all waste of time. Now, what is the remedy? The remedy is a perfect slow, which is there in Bhagavatam. Ya asti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarve guna tatra samseta sura haro abhakta kuta mahat guna manorathena asti dhavata bhai. Now, all these demigods that we have, they all have super good, supreme qualities. Very, very good qualities. Now, if we try to understand and bring in our life, those good qualities, and we pray to them that, Hey Indra, Hey Brahma, Hey Ganesh, Hey Shiv, please help me try to serve Krishna the best way I can. Please help me. Please help me. And if you just keep praying to them, some Seta Sura, it says over here, Sarve Guna. Sarve Guna means they have all the good qualities. Who? The demigods. The demigods have all the good qualities. Try to get those, acquire those good qualities and add little bit more to it by saying, please help me. Hey Krishna, please, hey Shivji, hey Durga Mata, hey Parvati Mata, hey Kali Mata, please help me to serve Lord Krishna as you are serving Lord Krishna. Please help me serve Lord Krishna the way you are trying to do it. Elevate me to that level. So that is the real prayer. Now, that is what you should make your mind understand, that that is the proper way of doing bhakti sadhana. So it says over here, I'm out of time, but I'll just take 1 or 2 minutes. It says that over here, and use them, manorathena asti dhavata bhai, and use them in our life and request the demigods, pray to them to help us understand the ways we can serve the Supreme Lord Krishna as best we can. Help us to reach the higher stages of life spiritually. param drishta nivartate. And in this way, we can satisfy Lord Krishna. Sam siddhi haritoshna. We can serve the demigods all we want, but their benedictions are going to be temporary. Their benedictions, all the mercy that they give us is temporary. We need to get to the higher level where our mercy from Lord Krishna is permanent. Okay? Permanent solution of life. That is to say that we want to stop the cycle of birth and death. Nobody, no demigod can help you stop the cycle of birth and death except Krishna. Try to understand it, try to analyze it, try to make your mind understand this serious business. And the only way we can achieve is by serving the Supreme Lord and the devotees. There is no other way. Harinam, chanting, and following four regulative principles are our ticket to the spiritual world. Otherwise, where will we go? Yanti Deva Vrata Devam, Pitrim Yanti Pitrivata, Bhutani Yanti Bhuteshwa, Bhuteshya, Yanti Mad Yajno Api Mam. If you come to my heavenly abode, you'll never have to come back. Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship me will live with me. It's clearly said. The materialists and foolish human beings worship Brahma and Shiv respectively, but the pure transcendentalists worship the form of goodness, Lord Vishnu. No demigods, however, can release the imprisoned living being from the conditioned life of material existence. This can only be done by Vishnu. We have to worship the Supreme Lord to become free from material conditions and thus deserve, derive the ultimate benefit and avail the liberation from this material world, which is nothing else but Dukhalaya Ashvastatam. So, Na Puvanti Swamahatma Samsiddhi. What is that? I forget. I forget the next line. Na Dukhalaya Ashvastatam. Na Puvanti Swamahatma. So, that is where I end my class today. And I hope I have been able to give you some points about our life and the way our life is going on and how to carry about and move forward. So, thank you very much. Let us end the class by offering our prayers. Gaur, Gaur Bhakta, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Patit Pavan Guru Maharaj ki jai, Sab Bhakta Vatsal ki jai. Have a nice week and take care of yourself. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hey Rhythm, how are you? You're mute.
हाँ जी आई एम डूइंग गुड प्रभु जी आप बताइए आप कैसे हैं
ठीक है. Yeah.
प्रभु जी
I
लाइक
see you've come back now, which is very good. It's a plus point, and we can take it from there. I might give you a call sometime, and we can talk on the phone.
एकदम पक्का
So you're doing otherwise all right? Your parents okay?
या दे ऑल आर डूइंग गुड सब बढ़िया
Good. Your brother is all right too?
यस प्रभु जी वो भी मस्त है
Okay.
तो प्रभु जी
Take care of yourself.
व्हेन आर यू अराइविंग इन कल्याणी
I'm thinking about October this year.
October like is it like post what do you call Kartik Mass or like during Kartik Mass
No, during Kartik month.
during Kartik Mass okay well and good सही है
Yeah. And
ठीक है प्रभु जी
thanks for
हरे
attending the class. I didn't get a chance to ask, let you all ask questions, but I know it's already late. I've gone beyond time. So next time I'll leave some questions and answer time.
वैसा कुछ नहीं प्रभु जी like जो था मस्त ही था नो क्वेश्चंस
Okay. Try to bring in some more people to hear the class.
एकदम sure.
Okay. All right. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Take care.